want to ask about the non-penalty call on the shot from Ethan. Have you seen a replay of it, and what did you see based on, and what did the referee tell you, if anything?
Didn't see it on a replay yet. Mickey, you guys can argue it. If the referees and VAR doesn't catch it, chances are it's not a penalty. But that doesn't take away from the kid, coming in on his left and striking the ball fairly well and, trying to create a goal or a goal-scoring moment. So credit to the kid.
Next question, we'll go over to Nico Moreno. Nico, go ahead and bring yourself off mute, and the floor is yours.
Hey, Brian, obviously the team steals a point at the very end, but I kind of wanted to get your assessment on the overall game.
Well, I thought we had the game in control, various points in the second half. The expectation is, guys that come on the field, make a difference, change the game. I think that happened to a certain extent. I wasn't concerned. And then, give the ball away, you have a chance to score, up whatever happened. I'll have to watch the tape, but up the field, all of a sudden they're in a counterattack. How do we defend? And, Chicharito scores. And that kind of, made us a little bit more determined. And again, credit to that group. I'll tell you, credit to Will Bruin coming on and making that play happen with his good layoff. Jordan playing the ball in, Raul scoring, team never gives up. Salvaged a point out of a game that I thought, I felt we were in control of.
Next question, we'll go to Jada Evans. Jada, go ahead and bring yourself off mute and ask your question, please.
Thanks. Wanted to ask, you made 5 lineup changes. Just wanted to know why that was and how did you feel it worked out?
Well, it was short rest. It was only 2 days rest. So we made a couple changes. JJ came back in, Javi came back in. Those guys are technically starters, not starters. Alex Roldan has earned some playing time, so reward him. We had some guys that have been playing some heavy, so that's why Ethan got the start. And again, I thought, it worked out pretty good.
Thanks, Jada. Next question, we'll go over to Maz again. Maz, go ahead and bring yourself off mute. You're good to go.
Thanks. Hey, Brian, so you said you guys were in control of the game, and then there was a miscue, and then they scored, and then you get to tie. As a coach, and you just midweek game here, so is this more of how then would you rate the effort and knowing that you've got to play another game coming up here? What's the messaging in terms of we didn't give up? What's the messaging now as you get ready for the playoffs?
Maz, thank you for asking that question because it's an important one and it's one you guys can debate, the fans can debate. So everybody says, okay, it's positive because, at the very end there, we stole a point. My opinion is that game has to hurt. We're the defending champions of this league. We should come down here and win these types of games. We have to have passion. We have to. Alex Roldan is a prime example. The header he gets off the line. Kid had an opportunity to play against Pavone, one of the best players in our league. And you could just feel and see how he was playing in that game with passion and confidence. And, that's what I need. That's what I need out of all the players. And so the question that I posed to them after I congratulated them on a, well-deserved goal at the end was, does this hurt? How are we going to win a championship? What if we have to go on the road and play against a strong team? Is this good enough? How are we going to repeat as champions? This actually has to hurt because it's 2 points lost.
Reminder, if you have questions for Brian, please hit the raise hand function at the bottom of your screen. Felipe, I'm seeing your hand raised in the queue. If you have a question, please go ahead and bring yourself off mute.
Coach, You give the opportunity to Ethan tonight. What makes you decide that the player was ready to start?
Well, because he's been working hard in training. You know, Shannon Hopiao had been the guy who we'd given a few more chances to. There's good competition there with the young guys. You know, we have Danny Leva, Josh Atencio. You know, they're both kind of playing that same position. Shandon and Ethan both play out wide. You know, Alfonso Ocampo also plays kind of out wide. So there's good competition amongst the young guys for playing time. And we felt that Ethan had done a good job in training. So we made this selection.
Thank you.
Maz, did you have a follow-up, or is your hand just raised from the last question still?
Didn't have follow-up. Forgive me. Sorry.
No problem. Mickey bails us out again. He looks like he does have a follow-up, so go ahead and ask your question, Mickey.
Yeah, I do have a follow-up. Just kind of following up on your comments about Alex Roldan and effort. Is it something in these games, are you seeing a bit of complacency, and is that why you think you've had some talk with the team about, you know, kind of effort and passion and things like that? Is there something that you've seen that makes you say that?
Nope, Mickey, you took my comments wrong. That team never gives up. That team doesn't give up. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to drive an extra 3 to 5% out of that group that already gives it their all. Because that's how you win championships. You can't be just like any other team. You can't just be a good team in MLS. You got to find something within yourself to push yourself in moments when you're tired or you're fatigued, you're not thinking clearly, or there's a chance to make a goal or a play or a final pass. You have to be able to be mentally strong enough to make those plays. And if you just say, okay, yeah, we're satisfied with the draw, if you just say that, you're never going to win a championship. You just won't. Yeah, you'll be a good team. But championship teams find ways to win in these types of moments, in these types of games. It has nothing to do with am I disappointed with some guys didn't play hard? No, it's not it at all. They all played hard. But I want to drive them to get that last little piece so that we can repeat as champions.
Jeremiah, I see you in the queue there. Go ahead and ask your question, please.
Yeah, this is you're in a stretch of games where you've kind of grinded out some results, but kind of going back to that, are you at all worried about the overall form of the team over these last 5-6 games?
Well, I don't, Jeremiah, I'm not sure we've really ground out results. I mean, results are wins in my book. Yeah, it is a little concerning. I mean, look, we're an experienced team. It's not like we're going to go into the first round of the playoffs and not be ready. I mean, that's not, we're not that, we don't go up and down that high or low. But the fact of the matter is yeah, normally we have a settled group and a team that is, in form going into the playoffs. Last year we I think it was Jordan Morris last year got that goal in the 89th, 90th minute down in San Jose. We come back on decision day, win 1-0. We get a couple results on the way into the playoffs. That's always critical. It's always good for your team to be on a little run. So, I'm going to, to Mickey's point, I'm going to obviously keep going and say, yeah, you guys never quit. Good result against LA because, we found a way, we fought back, and then try and get a result against San Jose and use those little games as those little pieces as motivation to get us going for the playoffs.
Nico, I'm going to let you close us out here. You're the last remaining question, and then we'll excuse Brian and let him get on his way. Go ahead, Nico.
Brian, well, considering everything you just said, how important is it going to be to maybe, like you said, go back to the drawing board and just clear and adjust things that need to be better and have a complete game against San Jose to kind of use the momentum to go into the playoffs?
I'm not going back to the drawing board, Nico. It's the end of the year. The guys all know how we play. they've heard our messaging from already preseason. I mean, we have a good team. We have a very good team. They all know how to play. They're all getting in. JP's fit in nicely. You know, Shane's done a good job. I think Jimmy Madranda had a good game today. JJ's coming back. We'll get Brad back. I mean, we don't have to go back to the drawing board. We don't have to start over. We're a good team.